Hello, welcome to yoga. I'm Steven, and today we've got a bolster, we've got a blanket, we've got some blocks, and yeah. I thought we'd get started today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So, just coming onto the back, bringing the soles of the feet together. And you might want to take your blocks, you might want to put them underneath your side. And then your hands could be on the belly to listen to the breath. Maybe making little goalpost arms, even reaching for opposite elbows. Turning your attention to your breath, just finding your natural breath. Closing the eyes, turning your attention within. Finding your way towards witnessing your inhale and witnessing your exhale. And if the mind begins to wander away from the breath, which it will, it's what it likes to do, just gently turn your awareness back to your inhale and back to your exhale. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Simply to be. And while you're here, still paying attention to your breath, seeing if you can simultaneously expand your awareness to include your entire physical form. So just giving yourself a little bit of a body scan from the head to the toes and everywhere in between. And just noticing everything that's going on in your body today. Noticing your energy level. Maybe noticing any slight aches or pains you might have going on. Or maybe there's some aches and pains that have gone away. Noticing your sense of comfort or discomfort in the posture. Just letting the sensations in the body, along with the awareness of your breath, just tying those two items together, they'll keep you grounded, anchored here in your practice today and on the mat. Perhaps taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice. Something you'd like to gain, something you'd like to let go of throughout your efforts and energy. Or perhaps setting a dedication to someone or something. Once your intention or dedication has been set, we'll just bring the palms of the hands together to Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Palms touching the heart center. Or palms together, thumbs touching the heart center. And here, just take a deep inhale through the nose and follow with a deep exhale through the mouth. And then one more deep inhale and exhale. And slowly opening your eyes, coming back into the room, removing the blocks. We'll just draw the knees in, just gently rock side to side. And then shifting the hips to the right. We'll just drop the knees to the left. Just take a gentle recline twist here. And keeping your shoulders grounded. Looking over your right shoulder with that right hand. Breathing here. Gently waking up the spine. back to the center. And just take the hips to the left and drop the knees to the right. You're looking at the left hand now. Maybe giving yourself a little self-assist by taking that right hand onto the left knee. Breathing here. And letting go. Back to the center, evening out the hips. And then pressing the palms or the soles of the feet into the ground. And the palms are down by the hips. We're just going to inhale and exhale, as we always do. But on the next inhale, you're going to lift the pelvis off the ground. Vertebra by vertebra off the ground. And slowly lower it back down. Vertebra by vertebra. Inhaling and exhaling. And this time, just leaving the sacrum on the ground. Walk the feet out to the edge of the mat and just drop the knees together. And the knees back up, walking the feet long. Reaching the arms up over the head. And we're going to shift the hips to the right. And take the shoulders to the left. And take the feet to the left. So making a little banana asana. A little C curve to the left. Maybe reaching for your right wrist. Just breathing here. And letting go. Evening it all out for a moment. Letting the reverberation of that banana asana sink in before taking it to the other side. And the left hip to the left, right shoulder, the shoulders to the right, the feet to the right, and then reaching for the left wrist. Just taking that C curve in the opposite direction. Breathing here. And coming back to the center. Once the spine is evened out, we'll draw the knees in. And just beginning to gently rock forward and back. Gaining a little movement just to roll up. Then we'll come over onto hands and knees, table position. And then in this position, maybe you take the blanket and put it under the knees. Wrists are under the shoulders. And then just finding some gentle movement to the left and the right for bear posture. And then we'll find stillness. And we'll bring the knees wide and the big toes together and just grab that bolster or a pillow or a sleeping bag. And we're just going to put the bolster between the legs under the torso and the bolster. You can take a block and put the block underneath the bolster to give it a little more height. Just finding the supported child's pose here. Start by Turning the head to the right, and halfway through, we'll turn the head to the left. Just find your way here towards gently witnessing your inhale and your exhale. And then we'll switch to the other side of the face. And still breathing. Inhale. Walk your hands under the shoulders. You remove the blocks. Remove the bolster. Just back to your hands and knees. Table position. Bringing the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. And we'll inhale and drop the belly. Look up. Blossom the sit bones. And on the exhale, arch the spine like a Halloween cat. Inhaling, dropping the belly, looking up. And exhale, arching the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhaling, arching the spine. And inhale to a long neutral spine. Exhale here. Then we're just going to curl the toes under. Lift the hips up. Finding a downward facing dog. Inverted V with the body. Just noticing the distance between the hands and the feet. You can always shift forward into plank for a moment. And that might inspire you to move the feet. It might not. And then lifting the hips high again. And pedal the feet. Look under one armpit and under the other armpit. And then finding stillness. Even in stillness, there's movement as you press into the thumb and the first finger. You reach the heels to the ground. You draw the belly in. Relax the shoulders. Blossom the sit bones. Breathing in. You're stretching out the calves. Relaxing the neck. And transitioning perhaps to your Ujjayi breath, where you slightly constrict the back of the throat. And then we're just going to slowly take little mindful steps forward to a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Here, maybe the knees are slightly bent to protect the lower back and the hamstrings. Definitely relaxing all the muscles of the neck. The head is just super heavy like a bowling ball. It's about to roll off the neck. And the arms can just hang like a rag doll. As you begin to sway from side to side, like seaweed in the tide. And then finding stillness. And we're going to take the fingertips to the ground. We'll just step that right foot back to a lunge. And then slowly lowering that right knee to the blanket. Finding your way up. So just resting the hands on that left thigh. Evening out the hips. Noticing the breath. Scanning the body for sensation. I'm just noticing what happens the longer you hang out, I suppose. And then we're just going to bring the hands back down. And we're just going to step that left knee back. And step the right foot forward. And just going to the other side. So again, you're evening out the hips on the way out. And taking the hands to the top of that right thigh. Evening out the hips, the pelvis drops away from the rib cage, the shoulders relax. Just hanging out here and watching the breath. And noticing how the pose evolves the longer you hang out in it. And bringing the hands back down. Just stepping that right knee back. Now, you're taking the knees forward a little bit, and sitting on the heels, just finding hero's pose here. You can always sit on a couple blocks in hero's pose. Just witnessing the breath, noticing the inhale and the exhale. And then you can continue to hang out here in hero's pose or play with a little baby camel. So we'll just come up onto our knees. That's another reason to have a blanket under there. And then we're just going to take the hands to the kidneys area. And we're going to draw the belly in, but lift the heart, lift the throat, lift the forehead up. Taking a little baby back bend. I mean, if this isn't intense enough for you, you can always reach down for the heels if you want, but there's no need to do that. Breathing here. And then slowly coming back up all right before sitting down. Back to your spine. Maybe rolling the shoulders back a little bit. Rolling the shoulders forward a little bit. We'll just bother the head a little bit. And then we're going to roll over on the hands and knees. Take it back up to downward dog for a moment. Maybe pedaling the feet. Really coming into downward dog so that we can take that right leg high to three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Take that right hip over the left hip. And slowly bring the lower half of that right leg forward. Setting up for pigeon pose. Find Kapotasana, another great place for the blanket to be under the knee. Inhaling, opening the heart. And exhaling, melting forward. Maybe using a block here for the forehead. Inhaling and exhaling. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, something to be. And you're breathing. into that right hip. Maybe the longer you're here, you don't need the block anymore, and then the head can go on the floor, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe you like the block and you want to keep doing the block. It's fine. And if this bothers your knee or your hip or any other part of the body, you can always take a pigeon pose in the back and figure 4 variation. Listening, always listening what your body wants to do today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. Then we're going to inhale, slowly come back up. Hands onto the shoulders again, curl those back toes under, and we're going to lift just back up to downward dog again. Just pedal the feet. Now inhale that left leg up high, bend the knee, take that left hip over the right. Slowly bring the lower half of that left leg forward. I'm just setting up for pigeon on this side. Right leg's going straight back. You're on the top of that back foot. You open the heart tall and proud, and then melting it all forward. Breathing here. Again, maybe using that block under the forehead if you want. Again, if the spot is in the other hip, you can always take it on your back in a figure 4 variation. Breathing here. Maybe let go of the block if you've been here a while. And slowly inhaling back up. This time we're just going to shift onto that right hip or that left hip and just bring the legs forward. Maybe removing the blanket for a moment. Just finding Dandasana. Staff pose at the right angle of the body. Relaxing the shoulders, drawing the belly in. Just hanging out here. Maybe even closing the eyes. Checking in with how you're breathing. And open the eyes. On your way onto your back. You're going to take the hands underneath the buttocks with the knuckles facing up. Just draw the knees in and take the legs high. Viparita Karana. Just hanging out here basically what we were doing just a moment ago, but now the legs are up and the back is on the floor. Breathing here. Giving those varicose veins a break. Letting the blood flow in the opposite direction. while still challenging the belly. And slowly lowering the legs down. Removing the hands. Finding your way back to where we started in the Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe putting those blocks back underneath your thighs if you want. And then, you're letting go at this point of the Ujjayi breathing if you have that going on. Just returning back to your natural breath. I like to turn the blocks a little tilted. Get a good support underneath the outside of the thigh there. And then before you fall asleep, you're just going to remove the blocks. And draw the knees in, gently rock to the side, And then you could hang out here with just the knees in, but if you feel open enough today, you can reach for the big toes with your peace fingers. Finding the Supta Baddha Konasana, finding happy baby pose. And you're rocking side to side, giving the kidneys a massage. And the next time you're in the middle, finding stillness, letting go of the toes or the knees. Maybe taking that bolster, just putting the bolster underneath the knees. Finding Shavasana. If you have glasses, maybe removing the glasses at this point. You can put a face pillow or an eye pillow over the eyes. And just finding your Shavasana. Corpse pose, resting here. Letting go of all the muscles in the body. So maybe before you do that, rolling the shoulders under, lengthening the head back, lengthening the neck, and then lowering the head back down. And then relaxing the arms, relaxing the hands, relaxing the knees, the hips, relaxing the toes, relaxing the face. You can stay present and aware here, or you can drift away. Either way, absorbing the benefits of your practice today. Breathing in and breathing out. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do, simply to be. And then stay in your shavasana. There's no need to get out if you want to take a nap. It's fine. But if you have things to do, beginning to deepen the breath, taking a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. And then slowly beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, and wiggling the ankles and the wrists. Just gently dropping the head to the left and the right. And then find stillness. Slowly bring the knees in, just rolling over to your favorite side. Could be the left, could be the right, whatever feels to you today. And find a little pillow with the hands, so placing the hands together and then resting them underneath the side of your head. Just taking a moment to check in with how you're feeling now versus the beginning of class. Noticing your breath and noticing the sensations in the body. When you're ready, no need to rush. We're going to slowly find a way up to an easy seated position, Sukhasana. Maybe taking that bolster that was underneath the knees, turning it sideways, and then sitting on it so that your pelvis is higher than your knees. Just an option. Legs across in front. And then bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra, the heart centers, palms, thumbs touching the breastbone, sternum. And here we'll just end class today with one chant of Om. We're going to inhale deeply through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth with the Om sound, which is a 3-part sound. So it begins with Ah, and then it goes to O, and then ends with Inhaling deeply. Slowly open the eyes. Namaste. Thanks for coming to yoga. Again, I'm Steven, if I didn't say my name at the beginning. Like this video if you liked it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon.